So I'm putting everyone on mute. If you have any questions, please do unmute, or if you want to share something. So how does it get better than this? Instead of Monday morning, this is the first time we're doing on Tuesday morning. And I was traveling yesterday and I really wanted to do this call, but I was not sure about how the signals would be. So we had to postpone it. So how does it get any better than that? Thank you so much for everyone who's showing up today. So what would you like to change and receive today? Everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and create? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So how many of you are able to live in the moment and choose spontaneously? And how many of you make solid decisions? So everything that you've decided that you would like to be right in your life that may not be right, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. See, once you decide something, you stick on to it. Because if you change your decision, then somewhere you have to be wrong. So you would like to hold on to one decision for your lifetime, whether it works for you or not. So that's what we're going to learn. You don't have to stick on to any decision that doesn't work. You can change it. You're allowed to change your mind. So what decision have you made that you've decided is so right that you will not allow yourself to change it? But that if you change it, will change everything for you. Everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations that you've made about your life, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions that you've made about your life, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What decisions have you made that you would like to be so right that you would not like to change them? Everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Because time changes, does it not? When you look at things for the second time, do they seem the same or different? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you can question every conclusion you've made and see if it can change? If it doesn't change, it's fine. But what if you don't have to hold on to a conclusion that was many, many years ago? What if it has changed today? Because definitely time has changed today. So when time has changed, nothing is the same as what it was. The present is not the same as the past. But how do we remember something from the past and bring it into the present? So what invention are you using and choosing to make the present into your same past that you do not desire? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. What invention are you using and choosing to make your present just like the past? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments, conclusions, computations, and decisions that you've made in your life that are no longer serving you, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So would you guys like to give yourself the liberty of changing your mind, of changing decisions, of not holding on to it? Yeah. So what happened is when I went to US with my sister, that day this Bahubali Part 2 had released. So we were big fans of Bahubali. So we wanted to go, and then we bought the first day first show ticket. It was a 7 a.m. show or 8 a.m. show. It was like that early morning show. And when we went, because it was such an early morning show, there were only two more people. Only four of us were in the theater, in the whole theater. And then we watched the movie. We had high expectations. How many of you have so high expectations and then it doesn't fall in place? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So when your expectations are so high, you've already made a lot of decisions. So we had really high expectations because we loved the first movie. And then we go and sit. And if you have expectations, they don't fall in place, right? They fall short. How much, whatever you expect. So then as we were watching the movie, it didn't live up. It wasn't living up to our expectations. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So my sister was watching it. I was watching it. And I was like, what is this? The first movie, the graphics were real. This one, the graphic looks they don't look real. And I think US has great technology, so it showed, and I was like, these ones look so fake. And then we were looking at it, and then we were looking at every how the movie was progressing, and then we were like, in the end my sister said, oh my god, this movie is not at all good. The first version was so much better. And I was like, yeah, definitely the first version is 100% better. This is not good. And then we were like going back and saying, I don't know why he did so many mistakes. And I was like, I couldn't digest some of the scenes where they're thrown off the trees and they were flying. I was like, how can people even do that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all the shots, boys and beyonds. So anyway, it was a movie. And then we were like, when we went home, my brother-in-law asked us how it was. And then my sister was like, it's not at all good. It's one of those, it was not worth seeing. It was this. And even some of the songs were artificial. I was like, why did they add such an artificial song when the other movie was like good? So then me and my sister were around midnight. Then I was working, and then she comes and tells me, you know what she tells me? This will surprise you. She says, can we go watch the movie again? And I was so shocked. I was like, what do you mean? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all that. But I think I didn't process it properly first time, because all the reviews are saying that the part 2 is better. And then I was like, looking at it, I said, okay, let's go. So both of us just let go of a whole decision that movie was not good and we shouldn't watch it again. And then we went and watched it the second time. Same thing, first day, first show. And the second time when we went, I think we were the only 2 people. And my brother-in-law was so surprised. He was like, I thought both of you said the movie was not good. Both of you said that it was not worth watching. It's not as good as the first one. But then we were like, it's not good as the first one, but it's still good. So it's okay. We can go watch it again. And we want to really watch it again to see what we missed. So everything that brought up and let down, you destroyed and created. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poisonous. So you don't have to stick to any of your decisions. You don't have to, you can change your decision in the moment. So if something doesn't, it feels heavy or not so great at this moment, in the next moment, if you feel good about it again, you can go ahead and change your decision. You have to like treat life like that. Like, so what if I said I don't like pink color today? Maybe tomorrow you like it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poisonous. So don't stick to any of your conclusions that you have. Give it a shot. So the second time we went, we had a different perspective. We just enjoyed the theater, sitting and all the food there and a lot of things. And then we were like, okay, it's not as bad as what we thought it was. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what have you decided that is so right about you or someone else that you're not willing to let go, that if you let go, everything will change for you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using and choosing to hold on to decisions that you would like to never expire, that have already expired? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of you hold on to expired relationships, even if you know it's done? Why would you like to hold on to that decision that this is what it is when you know it's changed? So what would it be like for me to know when things have changed and let it go? And everything that does not allow you to know, we perceive and receive that, will you destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions, computations that I've made that I'm not willing to change, will you now destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So we'd gone to Davangere this weekend, and I had grown up there. I remember when I was in 11th and 12th. So it used to be very famous for this bene dosa, butter dosas, very famous for that places. And I remember that. So I said, let's make a stop there and we'll have that dosa. I also remembered I used to hate that dosa when I was in 11th and 12th, even though it was so famous. I just couldn't eat it. And I was like, I've never probably tasted it once. After that, however close the shop was, however famous it was, I've never visited and had that dosa. So then finally we reached there and we reached that hotel. And that was a miracle because I remembered that the hotel was around this place. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And then, so when they asked me, I said, no, I don't want. So only I told my friends, it's very famous, you guys eat, I don't want. And they were like, why don't you want? Because I remember I don't like this at all. And this is not the taste, which I remember I used to hate this dosa. So I don't want to, and I'm not that hungry. So did I bring the past and the present, and did I use a decision that I'd made so many years ago? Because that was literally 20 years ago when I didn't like that dosa. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, poisonous. So when the dosa came, they asked me, would you like to try? I was like, no, I don't like it. I remember very well. So sometimes your memory is your enemy. But after 10 minutes, I thought, let me give it a taste. I don't have to hold on to that decision. That's so long. And I tasted it and it was really good. It felt so good this time, so different. So would you guys give yourself that chance to give it a try, even if you know this is what you liked in the past? What if the present is different? And I really liked it when I tried it. So then I ate one dosa. So it was fun. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, poisonous. So what decision am I so dearly holding on to? As solid as a disease in my body. Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, poison, beyonds. All the decisions, conclusions, computations, and judgments that I've made that I'm not willing to let go, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, poison, beyonds. What can I be or do different to be so free to know that times have changed and to change accordingly to create something greater? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I'm trying to prove that all my decisions are right and I would like to stick on to them. Will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using and choosing to hold on to decisions? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, poisonous. What inventions are you using and choosing to hold on to decisions that are no longer working for you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Whose lies and what lies have you solidified as decisions that you've made so right that you're not willing to change them? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions, computations that I'm still holding on to, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the decisions that you have decided that you don't want to change or you cannot change, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the decisions that you've locked into your body to create disease in your body, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the decisions that you've locked into your body as disease, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the judgments that you've locked into your body as disease, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to perceive the gift that the present is, to perceive the change in time and change accordingly? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, any questions, guys? I've been talking nonstop for 20 minutes now. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How does it get better? Anyone has any questions or anything they would like to share?
Hi Nithya, this is Kalpana.
Hi Kalpana, how are you?
I am good, how are you?
Good, I'm good.
Glad to hear. I mean, I was surprised to see Tuesday call today. I said, great that I'm joining towards going to your office. And all I want to share is, 3 days back, I met a very high-end, very great astrologer who is actually talking to all the politicians and big people. And after meeting me, he was going to meet Sanjay Dutt to do the same thing. And he concluded something which was so shitty and made me feel so ridiculed about a part of life, about a comment he made, that I held on to it and I kept crying for like entire evening and night. I don't know why I kept judging, though I know that he's no one to judge me. What do you do when something goes into you after even knowing that you don't have to hold on to this, hold on to that judgment or whatever comment he made to make me feel what I felt?
So what is the value of holding on to that? Everything that is will you destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisonous. So we don't let it go. Like that's why the clearing I gave like a few minutes back was every decision that I don't want to let go or can't let go. It's not you can't let go. Sometimes we don't want to let it go because we see a value to it. Whether the value is in you knowing that you're wrong and you've always known you're wrong. So it validates what you know. Whether the value is in making that person significant, whether the value is in failure. If I don't listen and I let it go, what if it turns out to be true, or there's some value to it.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
And you know,
finally it took me 3 days to come out of it.
Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all night. And it's okay if you know life is all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And it's okay if sometimes you take more time to come out of things. You have to be kind to yourself as much as you can. If you don't want to let it go right now, forcing yourself to let go also is not that kind. So process it and let it go. And one day you get the awareness that it wasn't worth it anyway. And then you
I mean, I'm realizing that, I didn't have to screw my 3 days over this. It was pathetic feeling because, I know that somewhere I felt that is true and I held on to it.
So everywhere you aligned,
thank you.
You're welcome. Everywhere you aligned and agreed and resisted and reacted to what the astrologist said, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong,
Yes.
all 9 shots, poisonous. Now you don't have to focus on I wasted my 3 days instead of how much fun can I have in the now? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poisonous. Because we don't judge ourselves for judging ourselves. Things do go haywire. And that's the beauty of life, right? You get to experience every emotion. What if you just wanted to experience sadness? What if you just want to you know how to be that? And you're like, maybe I know how to be sad better. It's a reaction from the past where when someone has said something, we always know we have to feel sad. So those past reactions do trigger. It's not that we're beyond triggers, but that's where we would like to go. We would like to go beyond.
I think it was a lot of accumulated emotion which I was not taking out anywhere. I fought with my father and then I was not taking out on anyone. So there's a lot of accumulated emotion. I think that he just triggered the entire thing together.
So what if he was a conduit for you to let go of this emotion?
Yes. Thank you.
That's all it was. So everyone is just, when someone triggers you, it's just telling you what is the deeper emotion that you have not yet let go. And it's a choice of would you like to let it go or not. Sometimes we really don't want to let it go because we're so used to it. And even though you know that letting it go is going to create something greater, you would like to stick on to that comfort of the past, or so you don't let it go. But the sooner you let it go, the better. And if you would need time to process it, take the time and process it. It's okay. How does it get better?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this light.
Thank you.
It makes me feel so light today. Awesome. Thank you.
How does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. So what decision have you aligned or agreed with that someone else has told you that you've made it so true for you? Everything that is will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using to align or agree or resist or react to everything that's happening around you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So all the decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations that you've made that are stopping you from being truly happy and free, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poisonous. All the decisions, conclusions, computations, judgments that you've made that are stopping you from creating from the now, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What is the value in holding on to all the decisions and judgments, everything that is will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what invention are you using and choosing to hold on to decisions that no longer work for you, decisions of the past. Everything that is will you now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison pills. And it's about how fast can you change it. In this 10 seconds, can you choose something else? Like by the time you sleep and wake up, can you change? Yeah. Before you sleep, can you change? Can you say, like, what else can I choose here? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poisonous. What else is possible here? How can I respond to the situation? A natural tendency is to get into reaction. So whenever I get triggered by reaction, I don't immediately react. And then I'm like, how do I respond to this? And usually creates greater. But if you react, it's going to create a little less for you, much less for you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poisonous. And it's okay if you react, nothing wrong with it, nothing right or wrong. Just go with it. Don't judge your anger. If you get angry at one time, or if you react at one point, it's okay, let it go. Don't judge what you've done. That's even worse. What if the next moment is the one that's more precious? The present moment is the most precious, and the past moment doesn't matter anymore. So all the decisions, conclusions, computations that I've made into the past, all the decisions, conclusions, computations that I've made from the past and into the past, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is the value of holding on to all the decisions that I've made in the past? Everything that is, I now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using and choosing to hold on to decisions, conclusions, computations, and judgments that are no longer working for me? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What have I decided so strongly in my life that is making me so heavy? But I would still choose that. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what if you are an interesting point of view about anything? You don't have to have ego. You don't have to have pride. If you have it, it's okay, fine. But what if sometimes that will allow you to limit yourself? What if it's okay to just apologize? What if it's okay for you to be the first person to let go of the pride and the ego? If you would like it. If you don't like it, be kind to yourself. There's nothing you have to do that doesn't feel light to you, that doesn't feel good to you. That's the beauty of choice that you have. For what would we do something that doesn't feel good to you? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. We don't have to do things you don't like even for money, because then that money doesn't stick with you, does it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. So what if you can have fun and the universe will give you whatever you desire? That's the easiest way to create. So what invention are you using to hold on to decisions that don't work for you? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison, beyonds. All the decisions, conclusions, judgments that you're using and choosing that are no longer working for you, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations that you're using and choosing that are no longer working for you, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Whatever the value you see in reacting, everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Whose lies and what lies are you holding on to that stop you from being as infinite as you truly are? Everything that is, will you destroy and right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you know that you can be infinite and you choose not to, and you judge yourself for not being as infinite or as great as you know you are, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of you know your greatness? And then you're like, I didn't live up to my greatness today. I still didn't do what I was supposed to do. I'm not being all that I can be. So then you beat yourself up. That is also judgment. It's not kind to you, your body especially. So all the judgment I use to beat up my body and create disease in my body, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments you're using and choosing to create disease in your body, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Hi, Priyanka, do you want to say something?
Sorry, Nithya, I think I switched it on by mistake. Sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to be sorry. I was wondering, like, if someone else can talk for like 2 minutes, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So it'll be, anyway, I was just joking. So, and you don't take anything I say seriously. Don't take anything that anyone says in your life seriously. So everywhere I've been programmed to take heavy energies so seriously and let go of light energies, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How funny is that? No, when someone says a lie, it feels so heavy, but you take it so serious. I have to respond to this. I have to, maybe I'm that, I have to get offended, blah, blah, blah. And then something so fun and that you take it, you don't even think about it twice, do you? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How to get back the money that we've lent? That's very tricky. And Gary always says you have to lend only the amount that you're willing to lose. So if you are not willing to lose that in the first place, don't lend it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And there's no guarantee that it will come back. But you can ask, what would it be like for me to receive, for me to get the money back? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. If you've done foundation, you can try the energy pull tool to recover money. If you've not done, you can come into foundation. That's even better. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Please don't lend anyone anything that you're not willing to lose, because money is amazing, is an amazing energy, but people tend to change with money. They become very different once you lend them money. And sometimes one of Gary's quote is, if you don't want to see a person again, you can lend them money. If you want to get rid of a person from your life, you can lend them money. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Because then they're not going to want to pay you back, and probably they'll stop talking to you. So it's a good deal if you lend someone a lot.
Hi Nithya, good morning. Sorry, I'm interrupting. So, I remember when you told me to get back the money, you have to put the person's name and put a straight line, and down you can write clear. So I've been doing this since say 5-6 years. I'm not sure if you remember or what, but I remember and started doing I've started doing from one person I got from the other person. He's very rigid, like very, very like whatever I go tell him, then again he comes back telling that I'll give, and then again he stops. I'm not sure how do I take.
That's what I said. You don't have control over it. Once you've lent it, it's up to them. You can only give your best shot. There's no guarantee. So the smart thing to do is, don't worry about what is not coming back. Focus on how much more you can create. And probably when you're in very high energy, things may change. They may pay you back.
Okay.
You don't give up trying. You still ask, but then you don't have to get worried about or put yourself down if it doesn't come back. So that's it.
Sure.
Like I said, Gary said, if you want to get rid of someone from your life, you can pay them money. You can loan them money. Right, wrong, good, bad, for pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. And some people don't want to pay. So when they really don't want to pay, they start creating lesser, and their money flows reduce, and they genuinely don't have money to pay you back, but they have created it. So if they're willing to pay you back, they'll definitely pay it back. Nothing can stop them. So if they're not willing to pay it back, then we don't have control of, we can't change other people's, But anyway, the energy pull tools in the foundation will work to some extent. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it'll work really well. If you would like to give it a shot, you can try foundation. So everything that's down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So many godzillion tools are there in Access, not one or two. And you would be amazed how you'd have to use all of them. So everything that brought up and led down, you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, any other questions? Okay. So all the judgments, decisions, conclusions, computations that you're still holding on to that are not working for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What is the value of holding on to your decisions? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So the funny thing is, we have made a decision in the past and the same thing comes up. And we want to choose the same, but we want a different past, different present. You want to choose the same reaction, the same decision that you did in the past, but you would like a different present, would you not? So that's the way you create the present to be the same as your past. And I recommend you break the cycle because it's not fun to create the same past in the present. And how many years are you going to continue doing that? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC. All 9 shorts, boys and girls. If you're not in the present, then you're trapped. So everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad. POD, POC, all 9 shorts, poison mills. I'm getting hiccups. I wonder who's thinking about me. So everything that brought and let down, I now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad. POD, POC, all 9 shorts, poison beyond. What can I do to not be child like all emotional in relationships? I think you should read my book, Prachi, if you've not read it. If you've read it, please read it another 2-3 times. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yeah, ma'am. I've read it once. Yeah, I'll read it again.
A place called home. So
yes, I've read it, ma'am. I'll read it again.
So what can I do to not? So don't conclude that you're a child and emotions are not wrong. So what can I be or do different to change my emotional state? How do I respond to the situation? And see, the natural response is to react, is to, be the way that we already were, to be something that you already know, which is okay. So when you react, you have to ask yourself, to stop yourself and ask yourself, how do I respond to this? If you would truly like to change it. If you have fun with the reaction, that's fine too. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Sometimes underlying the drama is fun. Otherwise, life gets a little boring, doesn't it? So everywhere I've decided.
I want to get rid of that perfect chaos that I used to be. I'm not like that. I want peace and happiness now. Yeah.
So we don't say the word want. Want means lack. So I'm willing to receive. I'm willing to be more peaceful. I'm willing to be more happy. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, miss. When you say want, the universe will say keep wanting. And it's something that you've decided that you don't have. When you say I want this, you've already decided you don't have it. And that's why you will not have it. Isn't it amazing just to hear that? So from How to Become Money Workbook. These are quotes from How to Become Money Workbook. Never use the word want. So everywhere I've decided that I can't have something that I desperately want it, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, design, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. And the thing is, when you get what you want, probably you realize this is not what I wanted in the first place. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Whose lies and what lies are you using? And choosing to bring the past into your present and make your present lesser. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. Everywhere looking for excuses to not create your life, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using and choosing to create disease in your body? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What decision have you made that you're trying to hide from everyone? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How much energy are you using in choosing to hide all your judgments of yourself that you're not willing to let go? That if you let go, you can be free. Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So are you guys trying to hide things from someone else, from yourself? Isn't that so much? Isn't that taking over a lot of your energy? So it's more easier to be authentic. And if somebody doesn't like who you authentically you are, good for you. You've lost some people and you get better people. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what value do I see in hiding my judgments and my reality about me from everyone else, everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I think that I should respond and I end up reacting, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So this response should be spontaneous. If you're going to think about what you should do, how you should do it, probably you're reacting, and probably you're trying to get the perfect right reaction, which may not work. And then you're like, I don't know how to be here. That's a big lie. You don't know how to be. Why would you not know how to be? So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and men. And no one can explain to you how to be. So you have to be a question. What can I be here to change this once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. What can I be or do different here to change this once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using to create self-sabotage in my life? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the decisions, conclusions, computations, and judgments that I am using and choosing to make my life lesser than what it is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. By the way, I have posted a video on Talk to the Animals. It's so amazing. I think you guys should watch it. It's not only about animals, but I've posted it on the groups and it's on YouTube. So that was really a really good session to listen to. Just to change things and to learn from animals. They don't get upset like we do. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So much to learn from them. And so much to, even if you would like to change your life and you don't have to be desperate to change something, then it doesn't work. Neither do you have to judge yourself for not being able to change it instantaneously or fast enough. That judgment will bring down the whole point of you want to changing something. So you have to let it go at its own pace, whatever works for you. You do have the choice to let it go instantaneously. That power is always with you. But it's okay if you take more time to let it go. What's the big deal? Just don't allow it to become too solid. Because what happens is anything that's really heavy and solid starts having an impact on your body. And if you truly like to be kind to your body, the faster you let it go, the better. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. All the decisions, conclusions, judgments, computations that I'm holding on to, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that I'm much lesser than what I truly am. And everywhere I've decided that I have to prove myself to someone else, I now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that I have to prove myself to me, I now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that I can't trust myself, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Hi, Vandana.
Hi, Nithya. Nithya, I wanted to ask you now, supposing we take a decision and we want to change something, but when you weigh the pros and the cons, and then you feel that, okay, let me just continue. Do you see that as a value, or like you're saying, what is the value in holding on to this decision? So does that come in value, or it's something else? Because see, sometimes some decisions, when we weigh the pros and the cons, then you feel, okay, let me just continue, that way I'm asking.
So I have a question for you. When you weigh the pros and cons and you decide, do you feel happy about the decision, or do you feel it's not the best decision after you make the decision?
Not really the best decision.
See, because the logical mind is always designed to tell you where you went wrong. And even if you weigh all the pros and cons, life is not logical. So you may never get it. So follow what is light and heavy. What will this choice create for me? Because your lightness can tell you some of the pros that you don't even know, but your logical mind cannot tell you everything. And the biggest part is, after you logically decide, You always feel the grass is greener on the other side. Why did I not choose that? Now, if you'd chosen that, you would have felt the same way too. So what if you just make a decision, learn from it, own it, no regrets about any decision or any choice made. And if you would truly like to make choice, choose what is light for you. Because you can never understand logically, it doesn't give you the full view, and there's always something you've missed. And then the more energy you put into, am I making the right decision? You end up making the wrong decision.
Okay.
I think that brought up an edit. We will destroy and uncreate it.
Okay.
Right, wrong, good, bad.
Thanks.
Because we're weighing all the pros and cons with an underlying point of view is I shouldn't get it wrong. Let me analyze it properly. And the whole point of view that I shouldn't get it wrong. What if I make a mistake? Is the energy that gets created. So what would it be like for me to choose this? What will this choice create for me? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine. And have fun. And so what if you made a wrong decision? Change it. It's okay. This is not working. So the idea is we should be able to change our decisions and have no regrets, because regret will actually cause something in your body. If not anything, it will make you age faster. So everything that brought up and led up, will you destroy and create it all?
Thank you, Nithya. Yeah.
Sorry?
Nithya, that made me understand a lot of things.
Awesome. So what would it be like for me to be able to choose what feels light for me, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So all the decisions, conclusions, computations that I've made, that I'm beating myself up for, will you now destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So it doesn't mean you don't have to do the pros and cons. So you can do that if that makes you feel lighter. Sometimes you feel better if you have some information with you. If you still are not able to figure out whether it's light or heavy, what information am I missing here? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Because we need to get the right information. I just can't, my mind is amazing, but it can't help me think everything, all the pros and all the cons, And then when you get something, enjoy it. When you make the decision, just enjoy it, own it. What happens is when you make the decision and you know the con of the decision, and then that happens, you're like, maybe I should have chosen the other one. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. And what if you can always choose both? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So what else is possible here that will make things even more lighter for me? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions, computations that I've made about my life, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've rejected myself and I still continue to reject myself, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. And the most, the usual value that we hold on to is I don't want it to go wrong because I've made a mistake in the past. What if I repeat the same thing? We hold on to things because we don't want them to repeat. Like you had this incident happen and you don't want to repeat it again because it was not fun. So you hold on to that memory. Why? Because it should never repeat again. But when you keep holding on to something, when you keep holding on to that energy, you make sure it repeats again. So that's the reason we should let the energy go. And then time allows, and the situation and the people, even if it presents in the same way, you are allowed to respond and change it. Right? You are in the epitome of time. You're in the present. You're like, I will change with this time. And you can change it. But if you find the value in holding on to it and saying, I should never make the same mistake again, let me hold on to this. What if I go wrong like the last way I did? Then you kind of create, guess what? You create the wrong decision because you're holding on to. So what if, just for fun, what if all decisions are as easy as which dress should I wear today? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Unless it's really hard for you guys to pick up which dress to wear, then also body which dress feels light for me to wear. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what invention am I using and choosing? To not be able to choose with ease. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations that are running my life, that I'm choosing not to let go, that I'm seeing value in, that if I let go, would change something or everything for me. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the values I see in holding on to decisions. Will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resigned, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what is it that I've decided that I'm not willing to let go? That if I let go, everything will change for me. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided I cannot trust myself, will you revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided I will always make the wrong decision, will you revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that the grass is always green on the other side, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided I will always have lesser than someone else, will you revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided I have to be dependent on someone else, will you revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that I'm much less than what I am today, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided anything in my life is so solid that I cannot change it, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that something is so solid in my life that I cannot change it, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How much ease and fun can I have with making decisions? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is it that I truly desire? And with how much ease can I know, be, perceive and receive that? And with how much more ease can I choose what will create greater for me? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So all the judgments, conclusions, computations, and decisions that I'm not willing to let go, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy and uncreate all of them? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What do I love about concluding? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of you know questions is what you have to ask, but you still love to conclude and you conclude again and again? I've been there, done that. Sometimes I still conclude, so it's okay. But how fast can you get over it? So what do you love about concluding? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What have you concluded so solidly that you don't want to let it go, or you've decided you can't let it go? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you have a fear of changing your decisions, even though it will create greater for you, and all the Shiku implants and explants holding them in place, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, we are done, but I will hear one last question and try to give a question in response if anyone has anything. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I guess I talked too complicated. If anyone has any questions, please ask. Last question.
So,
Yeah, Priyanka and Usha.
hi Nithya.
Hi.
Hi Nithya. So, what about when you go through these phases where, most of the time, yes, you are in question phase, but there are times when you want to, but still can't question. You sort of get into an conclusive or an answering stage. So, any clearing for that, please?
There's a value in holding on to the conclusion. What is the value I see in holding on to this conclusion? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Is it comfortable? Is it fun? Is the conclusion more fun than the question? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Have you told yourself, I can't ask questions all the time, I'm bored? Some point of view. So whatever value I see in holding on to the
When you say that, I think I got it. I think for me, it's, oh my God, I know the answer. So feeling too good about yourself, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Usha? Okay. Usha, I can't hear you. I know I'm really good at energies, but I don't want to, it's the last 2 minutes, so I don't want to strain myself. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. I think Usha has dropped off. Probably her question has already been answered, or her question has been replied with a question. So everything that brought up and led on for you, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So will you guys try to go beyond decisions, change decisions? Yeah, have fun with that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts. It's so fun. It's like ordering in the menu and you're looking at it and no, I want an idli, and then you're like, no, I would like a dosa, and then I would like an idli, so I like a dosa. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose, it's fine. Both of them are made from the same, I think both of them are made from the same ingredients. I think I'm correct on that. So right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So it's okay. You can keep changing it till you place the order. Even after you place the order, you can ask the person, have you not yet made it? If you've not made it, can I change it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. And even if they bring it, if you really don't want it, you can tell them, see, I don't want to eat this. Get me something else. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So what if decisions are that easy and that fun? And what if you ordered the dosa to taste it, to know that probably that's not what you do. That's what you don't like. So if you don't like it, change it. Okay, see, I don't want this. Give me something else. And money is not significant, so it's perfectly fine. So what invention are you using to hold on to your decisions? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. I'll meet you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nithya. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Nithya. Amazing call.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.